Hey everyone, welcome to Maya Travel and RV. This is the other Class B motorhome. It's a Winnebago Rome, and this is I think the only Class B motorhome that has an open concept floor plan. See, if you see the entrance, it's basically all open space, which is pretty cool. It doesn't feel congested or tight or claustrophobic. Feels like a Class C inside. So as I step inside, you'll see a little space for a wastebasket here, or shoes. You coach battery, main power on off. If you're parked for a few days or weeks and you want to conserve the battery, you can shut off the main power. There's an exterior light here. It turns this on when you're camping and you need some light. It's like a campsite light. There's a little handlebar to get in. So here's a quick panoramic view of the van. And nice accent lighting on the floor here. And also the headliner at the top has some accent lighting as well. So if you jump into the cockpit, you got your two seats here, 10.1 inch screen, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless charging cables here. You also got emergency braking. You got rear view camera. And if you can see, the height of this van is 9 feet 5 inches. So you just gotta be careful going through low overhead bridges. And here's a view of the cockpit. These seats do swivel, so there's handles right here. If you press this, they do turn around, and you can basically face the back passengers when you're camping, and both of them do swivel. So now up next, there's some extra storage here. This is where I keep the blankets or comforters. It's a nice place to keep them organized. And this model is the Poptop version. So you'll see this opening here and the ladder. You can sleep two people up there comfortably. It's a pretty nice size, spacious bed. So now let's turn this back, get it out of the way. This is a nice feature Winnebago put in. If you don't want to use the shades are actually in the top here for the front windows and front side windows. You can use this curtain instead, quick and easy. It doesn't take much time, so I prefer using this for sure over putting up the shades in the three windows in the front. And you got your Keurig Space Saver coffee machine, some pods as well for your travel. And you got a little cutting board in here, also extends the countertop. Here you got your fridge, and safety lock. You got some water bottles in here, and you got your freezer, small freezer in here. It'll fit some small ice cream, popsicles and stuff. Not too bad for this size of RV. And this is the lock here. You got some plugs here to plug in the induction cooktop, and your induction cooktop is right here at the bottom. And there's also a butane cooktop with some butane cans, which are placed over here. So what else we got in here? We got some kitchen utensils, cutlery and flatware, and all your light switches are here, and they're labeled just to make it easier. Your sink, hand soap, dish soap. And these are nice Euro blinds, cassette blinds, blackout, paper towel, your microwave here. You got a collapsible dish rack, some coffee ingredients, salt, pepper. And yeah, this is the back side. This is your control center right here. So everything is labeled. The Starlink on and off. The switch is just a power switch to turn it on and off, so you can conserve battery if you don't need to use the Starlink. And your AC controls right here. This controls the AC only, not the heating, so just keep that in mind. And you can just press this button to turn on the modes and just set the temperature from here. I'll keep it off for now. Here, the second screen here, one place. This is your water pump controller, your tank levels, so your freshwater tank and gray water tank, and your battery levels. So you got your house battery and your chassis battery. And this does have brand new batteries put in, so they're in really good shape. And you got your tank capacities here. Fresh water is 12 gallons, gray water is 13 gallons, black cassette toilet is 5 gallons. And you got your inverter controller here. To turn it on and off, you just press this on and off button. I keep it on usually. If you're camping, you need the inverter to power the plugs and TVs and so on. The lights will work without the inverter, but then the plugs will not. So keep the inverter on when you're camping. If you're plugged into shore power, it will just bypass the inverter. And you also got tank heaters for your tanks for winter camping. And here is your furnace and hot water controller. So first, to turn the hot water on, actually let's start with the heating. So this burner has to be on. This is the bare minimum. So this will make sure you are able to turn on the heat. So once you flip that on, you can set the temperature. Just scroll, let's say set it at 77 Fahrenheit. And in a second here, you'll hear the heating power on. I don't know if you hear the fans, but they just started blowing some. It's already blowing higher. And then another one right here. So you also got some heat that can go up to the Poptop, which is convenient. Let's close the door. Okay, let's close the door. It's loud outside. So yeah, the heat is running now, and the heating actually works off the van's gas tank. So it just pulls gasoline from the van's gas tank. Just make sure the van is at least quarter full. Quarter full is the cutoff. I would keep it at least half tank before you get to your campsite, just to make sure you have, in case you don't have any electric there, you can just make sure to run everything off the van's gas tank. So the inline, the line that goes to the furnace heater, it's a Timberwolf. It is at a quarter tank of the gas, quarter tank level. So just make sure there's enough gas in the van for your heating and hot water. So that's the heating. And then for hot water, all you do is just press that. It's a touchscreen. So yeah, now what we'll do is it'll start heating up the water. There's no water, I'm gonna turn it off. It'll start heating up the water, and then it will prioritize hot water over the heating. So if you don't need hot water, leave it off, so you can prioritize the heating, because if both heating and your hot water is running, the hot water gets priority over the interior heating. These are all your light switches, all labeled. So let's we'll probably turn off the heating. We don't need it right now. Let's just flick it off there, and then turn that off. There you go, fans are turning off. So that's that. And then here's the TV, 32-inch Amazon Fire TV. Remote controls are here with a Bose soundbar for some surround sound movies when you're watching movies late night. And then this little strap. I'm gonna try to do it with one hand. You pull the strap down, and then the TV slides out. So you can face the bed or the sofa when you're sitting there. Let's put this back. And then here's a nice tray table. There's a little strap here, so you can unbutton that here. And then this tray table, this comes down here. There you go. Okay. And this slides out, so you can use this as a nice computer desk with put a keyboard here, monitor here, or have your lunch here. It's a nice wooden table. And let's flip this back in. Okay, and it's magnetic, so it sticks to the wall. Put this back. Okay. Now, this is the bed. So this is controlled from the switch here. The switch There you go. So that is the bed. This is a pretty decent sized bed. 2 people can sleep here comfortably. Let's put it back up. There you go. Okay, and there's some more cassette blinds here with the USB charging ports here, and then there's some stuff in here you might need: white noise machine and tools and zip ties and screwdrivers and some tarp in here and manuals. And here you got an air fryer and toilet paper, tissue papers, toaster, pots and pans, plates. Let me just open this. Yep, there you go. This was the air fryer. Yes, air fryer, toilet paper and tissue papers, plates, bowl, glasses and mugs, and a hot water kettle. And now we are left with the bathroom. So here's a sliding curtain. This is a cassette toilet. The flush button here. And in order to flush with water, the water pump needs to be on to pump the water out of the tank if you're not plugged into a continuous water source. And your toilet paper holder is in here. Some racks here for your soap and shower accessories. And here's your shower head here. You can take it off and rinse yourself as well. And there's an on-off switch on it to conserve water. And yeah, this is a nice little wet bath. Just close the curtain. Yeah, so that is the interior. The AC is here. AC unit is in here. And the controller I showed it was right here. Now for the Poptop, so you got a couple of things. These are just safety extra straps here. This one and this one, and then you got some handles here. So what you do is you do that and you turn it, and there it unlatches. So now this same thing here, do this and unlatch, and now you can just lift this up and it'll just fly up. It's gas struts on it. So I won't open it right now just because I just washed the van and it's wet up there. So yeah, and when you're lifting it, you might want to put the ladder. So unstrap this ladder from here, and the ladder clips into these little holders. So put in the ladder first, and then you can open the top. Let's lock it back, turn, and then strap. Turn and strap. The thing to keep an eye on is when you're pulling it down or when you're closing the Poptop, just make sure you pull this cloth in. When you, let's say you bring like 6 inches before closing, just bring in the cloth from the front and the sides so it doesn't hang out and get dirty while you're driving, right? So you want to make sure you pull the cloth in from all 3 sides, or the tarp, canvas, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so that's basically the interior. Pretty straightforward, easy to use RV. Yeah, and I'll end the video here. Actually, let me go through the back door. There's some storage I wanted to show you guys. This actually is a unique setup where it has a cargo area in the back. Right here, so there's some cargo area here. You got 4 camping chairs, you got blackout shades for the back windows, you got accessories, gloves here. Yeah, so yeah, your water pipes and everything, electricals all here, pillows in here. Your Starlink is plugged in here, a water controller here. That's basically the outside, or the cargo area. Thank you.